Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and pray. And a little bit of luck makes so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Howdy, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Monday evening, October 10th, 2022. I am traveling this week and the beginning of next. So we are working off of my laptop. And currently I am in Sao Paulo in Brazil. So one of the great things about trading is that you are able to travel and trade. Although because of the travel, I can't quite trade as much as I normally do, but I can still take my laptop out when I have a little bit of time and look for a trade setup. So with that, our mission here is to help you become successful currency traders, and we do that by teaching you how to trade with our proprietary trading tools, which are very, very accurate, and we will give you the opportunity to see that accuracy by using them yourself, and then also watching people like me trade and have success with it. So with that, let us get going. We need to first listen to this guy. I think I've got everything teed up. Let's see, right over here.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Now, normally, I pull up our little chart of all the live trades that we have. I forgot to pull that up before we started, and I don't want to waste time trying to find the location of that file on my laptop here. So just that you do know that we do 3 or 4 live trades a day when you are a member, one in the morning at 10 a.m., one in the evening at 6 p.m., and another one a little later in the evening at 10 p.m. With a variety of different trade strategies. One of the great things about the program is that as we coach you, we develop a trade plan that's based around your preferences and the way you like to trade. So what you're going to see from me tonight is the way I like to trade, which is different than, say, what we show you in the introductory trial. With that, I also trade off of a little checklist. Again, I don't want to waste the time right now trying to find that. I will find it and have them ready for tomorrow morning. But basically, one of the first things we want to do is, as we want to refresh everything, the green charts in the MetaTrader 4 to make sure that they are all lined up, or current, and the memory's fresh. Then we want to, as we are technical traders, we want to be able to check the news, because news impacts currency trading, and we do that by taking a look at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow's low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. And it is with the red that I want to make sure that I'm not holding a position in 2 hours before this related news event. And right now, we are over here. The next news event coming up is something on the pound at 7 o'clock. So we will. We've got nothing to worry about. So we've got clear sailing until then. So with that, let's get into it and take a look at what we've got for trading. This chart that I'm using is the Light 6 Major. It shows 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour chart. And the trade I am doing is something called the 10-point trade. And I start with the middle part of the chart, which is the majors and minors. And basically, I am looking for situations where these lines are either above the horizontal blue line and pointing down, or below the horizontal red line and pointing up. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. So when the lines are above, the market's overbought. That's a good time to sell. Likewise, when the lines are below and pointing up, it is a good time to buy. So that is the first thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for just either overbought or oversold. On a 1-hour chart, the trade is worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And you will see I will generally take a 10, 11, 12 pip trade. Yesterday or today, I took a 20 pip trade. So 3 10 pip trades, and I've done pretty good for the day. Today with the 20 pip trade, I am trading an account with over $100,000 in it. So 20 pips is $2,000. Here on the Euro USD, we are in the middle of the channel, and we have a little disagreement here. Minors are going down, majors are going up. If you haven't taken it already, the trade that I sent out for the trade setup tonight was a sell on the Euro USD for 10 pips that I expect to close around 2 in the morning. Pound USD, both we're in the middle of the channel. Majors are going down, minors are up, so nothing there. USD Canadian, we are overbought. Minors are coming down, but majors are sideways, so nothing there. If I don't have anything, I just go on to the next chart. I don't need to look at anything more. Here, we're just approaching overbought. Everybody's going up steeply on the USD Swiss franc. This is a nice cluster, nice steepness here. Can I get 10 pips off of a signal like this? Yes, I can. But with my trade plan, I want to catch it. I want to catch it when it is oversold going up or overbought going down. Now, sometimes on the Euro USD, if I were to see this, that we're more than halfway, everybody's going up, I would take a look at the full chart, 2-hour and 4-hour, and see what those charts were doing, because maybe I would still jump in. But right now, I'm focusing on the base trade, which is off of the 1-hour chart, and then I use the 2 and the 4-hour to confirm the setup. But when we've got a tight cluster like this, and the green line is very steep. It is almost 90 degrees, maybe 80 degrees going up. This is a nice signal. The question is how much more is left. USD yen, again, disagreement. We're in the channel. Minors are going down kind of steeply. Majors are going up, so I don't have agreement. So I've cloned this chart, and I call it the 6 major 2, and I've got other currency pairs that are non-US based to follow. Euro pound oversold going down. Australian dollar yen. We've got a mixed signal. Majors are coming down, minors going up. Euro Canadian, both are overbought, but the majors are going up. Minors are kind of sideways. And we've got the duck bill here on the major indicator, where it's kind of making the shape of a duck's head. With this is the bill. Let's see, oversold going down. Pound yen disagreement, majors going down, minors going up. Euro Australian dollar. We've got a little bit of a signal here. The majors just touched oversold and are going up. Minors are going up. The majors are not quite halfway. So I technically have 3 points here. We were oversold. Everybody's going up. And I have what's known as a double cross, where the green line's crossing over the red and the gray line's crossing over the black. So 3 points. When I have 3 points, then I am going to jump up to my TNTs and count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here. The steepness of the green line is a little bit more than 45, so that's good. So you can see we were going down, going up slightly, and then going up more steeply. So I like the kink in the line that we're going up more steeply. 2 orange lines are going up, supporting the buy signal that we're seeing here. The thick blue is going down. The blue lines are inversely related. So what that means is when blue goes down, that's a buy signal. So the thick blue is going down, and it looks like the dotted blue is very slightly going down. You could argue it's horizontal, but I'd call it slightly down. Even if it was horizontal, we still have 3 of the 4. I need 3 of the 4 to have it pass this part of the test or the setup. So then I'm going to jump down to the pressure, and I want either up pressure or the green line on top. And I am close to having very weak up pressure, but I don't have it. The green line is going up. It's got an upward slope to it, but the red line still has a downward slope to it. So this is really sideways. So sideways doesn't count. Sideways doesn't count. I want to have either up pressure. I do like that the green line is going up. But based on my trade signal, I want either the green line on top or both lines going up. And I don't have that, so I'm going to pass. Let's go to the next group. That was the Euro Australian dollar. And that was a buy. So again, another 6 pairs. Oversold. Everybody's more sideways here than up, so I'm going to pass. Oversold on the Euro New Zealand. Everybody's sideways. I'm going to pass. pound New Zealand. We're in the channel, slight down. New Zealand yen overbought. Minors or majors are sideways. Minors are going up, so I don't have agreement. The reason I want agreement is each of the 3 sections of the chart are measuring something different. So when I get all 3 sections to line up, I've got the highest probability of the trade doing what I want, moving in the direction that I want. And my goal is to, one, get the direction right, and then get in and out as quickly as I can for at least 10, 11 pips. So, and the best chance I have of that is if I go from overbought to oversold or oversold to overbought. Euro, Swiss franc, minors going up, majors are kind of sideways. So nothing there. Let's take a look at our last section here. Australian dollar, Canadian. Overbought. Everybody's going down. And I do have the double cross. And we just got a little kink in the line that went from less steep to more steep. So I like that. Originally, I was going to say that I didn't like the steepness of the green line. The steepness is now acceptable. I want it to be at least 45 degrees or more. So we're just at about 45 degrees. And it's a green line that I'm looking at. So I'm going to jump up to the TNTs, 2 orange lines going down for 2 points, and the 2 blue lines going up for another 2 points. So all 4 are telling me sell. But I have weak up pressure with green on top. I need to have red on top to make this a good trade. So I am going to pass. The lines are converging on the pressure here. Means they're getting closer together. And maybe in the next hour, this red line will cross over the green line, but we're not quite there yet. And part of the deal is just having the discipline to wait for your setup and not anticipate the setup. Plenty of times early on, I used to try to anticipate to try to get in a little earlier. I don't do that anymore. I would end up getting burned half the time. And you really want to have an accuracy of 70-80% in order to make money with the right risk management. Today, a little earlier today, I was back testing a trade, the overnight trade. In fact, on the yen, on the pound yen, and we tested it for a month. And during the course of that month, we had about a 90% accuracy rate. But because it's the pound yen, we used a little wider stop loss. We had previously tested it using a 3-to-1, and our accuracy rate was about 70%. And at the end of the month, we had lost money with the 70%. We increased it up to 4-to-1 because the pound yen has much more variation in it. For every loss, you're betting 4 times the take profit. And if it was a very, very strong single signal, we'd do it at we'd increase the take profit to 22 pips with a stop loss of 66, which is the 3-to-1. On that, we were accurate 90% of the time. And at the end of the month, trading a lot size of 1, we're up over $1,000. So, 5 minutes a day with the right trade, you can make very good money. And once I want to test it again for like on a different month, just or another couple months just to make sure that we're still getting that same consistency. But when I've got it, then I'll do a little video and release it to show you how to take that trade. Swiss franc yen, we're in the middle of the channel. Euro pound, we are in the middle of the channel. Disagreements between the majors and minors. Pound Australian dollar in the middle of the channel. Miners have kind of got overbought. Majors weak up. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc overbought going up, and Canadian dollar, Swiss franc oversold. Everybody's going up, and we got the double cross. Two orange lines are going up. Dotted blue is coming down. So I got 3 of the 4 telling me sell. I have down pressure, and the green is just about crossing. It's almost crossing. You might even argue that it is crossing. I am going to hold off on this one. One, because it's just barely crossing, but 2 is it is the end of the day in Canada here, and I like to trade when at least one of the pairs is active in the morning time. So we don't have that. It's Swiss franc. I think it's 7 hours. So it's 2 in the morning there. So neither of these are current. So I'm going to pass. So with that. I'm going to change it up. So one of the nice things is we have multiple signals, probably a dozen of them. And off of those dozens, there's various tweaks as to how to implement them or how to use them. I am now going to try to go for a little scalp trade. The scalp trade is called the thick orange line trade. And basically what I'm doing is I am looking at what the position of the thick orange line is. And this trade is good when there is less than 5 minutes on the top of the hour off of the 1 hour chart. So we still have a couple minutes before we want to take this trade. But the thick orange line is a scaled number. When it's as high as it can go, this becomes 10. When it's at 10, it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, it is a good time to sell. So I am going to look for a 0 or a 10 or 1 point away from either end. And then if I have that, I am going to confirm it with what the position of the majors are. So let's take a look. 8 isn't close enough. I'm looking for 0 or 10. 5 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. 3 isn't close enough. 0 is close enough. So it is at 0. So when this is at 0, I want to see the majors all the way well below the red line. Look where the majors are. They're up here and they're going down. So this is telling me there's more down in the movement. This is telling me that the movement's maxed out. I need to have agreement between both sides. When I have that agreement, what happens is we're going to get a little bit of a snap when the clock changes, and that's worth 5 pips. So let's go back and see what else we've got. Five isn't close enough. 8 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. 3 isn't close enough. 6.9 isn't close enough. I am looking for a 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. 10, yes. So this is maxed out, the thick orange line. But look where my majors and minors are. They are in the middle of the channel. This is telling me there's more up to the movement. So I'm not going to get that little snapback. I want these lines way up here. 5 isn't close enough. 0, yes. My major green line is over the red line, but my red line on the major indicator is just touching the red line. I want both of these guys well below the red line. I don't have that. It's close, but it's not quite there. So I am going to pass. 0.6, yes. So this is telling me there's no more up, no more down in the movement. And this is telling me that, that it's going up. So, no. The way this works, it's kind of like you can think of it as a rubber band. You're pulling when both are extended. You're pulling the rubber band, and when the hour changes, there'll be a little snap, and it's good for 5 pips. 0, but my majors aren't where I want them to be. They're still in the middle of the channel, telling me there's more down to the move. So let's go back to the first chart. Five no, 2 no, 3 no, 5 no, 5 no. 0.5 is within 1 of 0. But again, my majors are in the middle of the channel. The green is just touching the red. So it's not far enough down. So we have looked at 24 pairs twice with 2 different signals and did not find anything. Now, I guess technically, I really wasn't quite thinking. My schedule's thrown off a little bit because I'm traveling. Typically, we wouldn't have even traded today because it's a holiday, bank holiday in the U.S. So, had I thought about that, I probably should have canceled it because there wouldn't be good trading. In fact, we were looking for a wire from Wells Fargo, and then the other side said, well, the banks are closed. You're not going to get the wire today. I'm like, oh, yeah. So anyways, sorry to have pulled you in here on a bad trade day, but typically on a U.S. bank holiday, it's not worth trading. So, and that's why you saw that I only really took one trade today. Anyways, we will be back at this tomorrow morning. I am very appreciative that y'all took a half hour out of your day to spend with me to learn about trading and to get better at trading. Your commitment and dedication are admirable, and with the commitment and dedication, we can train you. If you are coachable, we can make you a good trader. So thanks for being with me. We will see you tomorrow. Let's see what we get for questions here. I will check it out, John. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.